All right, now for a little word from our sponsors, SC and Philistine. Clothing designed with you, the industry worker, in mind. What can I say about them? Well, for one, I'm wearing one of their sweaters right now and I love it. The design on the bag is fucking cool. There's plenty of pastels. The artwork is amazing. I feel good wearing this sweater. And right now, you could feel good too if you use the promo code BOHpodcast for 15% off your order at sphil.com. AESPHIL.com. Again, that's BOH podcast, 15% off, sphil.com. SC and Philistine, living fork in hand. I figured out a new mic setup so it doesn't have to sit up in front of me. It's like on.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Kishi brought me a monitor stand. And so I have it attached to my monitor stand.
That's awesome. Nah, you sound fantastic. You sound like you're just right here.
Right on. I got a new controller too, so if we want to Fortnite it up.
I actually haven't played the new Fortnite. I switched. I've been playing Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, 2. Is that? Are you playing? What is
3
it called?
just came out.
But are you playing like team deathmatch or what is?
Yeah.
Warzone. Warzone is the.
No, not Warzone anymore. They've expanded their multiplayer into different. So you have your typical. You can pick like your deathmatch, kill confirmed, hardpoint, and then the 3 flag one, A, B, and C. You got to control them. But they have these 2 new. Oh, and then I remember I was telling you how they have like one that's almost. You said it was like Escape from Tarkov style. Like it's called DMZ. You like jump in with nothing, and then anything you take. Yeah, but now they have this. There's one called Ground War, which is kind of like the 3 flag ones where you got to capture A, B, and C, and you guys fight. If your team can hold all 3 positions, a timer sets off. If you hold it for 30 seconds, it detonates a nuke on the map, and that ends the game. But the one I've been playing is
wait, hold on. So basically, what you're saying is they combined the Battlefield game loop with Counter-Strike for their.
I'm guessing mode. So. I've never played those games before, so yeah. But the one that I like, it's basically team deathmatch, but like on a giant like battle royale almost style map.
Huge map.
So you can shoot as many, die as many times as you want. You jump back in. It's just fun. I've never had so much fun like that. I usually don't snipe because then like even in TDM that shit's too fast. There I can just crew, and they an invasion they'll do. It's not just humans, it's bots. So it's 64
nice.
v 64.
Fill it out a little bit.
It is just so nice. Yeah. So it's like waves and.
That was why I always liked Battlefield more than COD because of the size of the maps, and then I always played. I think it might be called Invasion as well on that, where it's huge map and you go through points, and then there was like another one where it was like attack and defend and switch off, but the maps just were always way bigger, and then that's why I started playing that game Squad, because you got maps that are 1,000 kilometers by 1,000 kilometers, and you fly helicopters through them and shit. And like,
yeah, you can do that with a ground war. You get helicopters.
The thing about a Squad is like it could take you 5 minutes to get to the other side of the map, just flying straight and true. Let alone when someone's shooting fucking missiles at you, or
I wouldn't mind
popping off on you.
So sick.
That game is amazing. It asks for a lot though. It's to like play it effectively and have fun. You have to go through like 20 hours of just dying over and over and over and over because
okay.
It's so big. The map is so big, and like until you can look at something and recognize movement and see somebody, you're literally just dying. Unless it's a desert. It's as technical as you make it because you can play it in an infantry role, for instance, and just run up the line and attack the point and shoot people and do all that shit. But you can also play like artillery, which means you have to like figure out your direction, your range, your vertical on it, your azimuth, I think is what it's called in the game. I don't No, I'm not an artillery guy, so I don't know what the fuck that means. But you got to you got to dial down your vector, and like you'll have people. Um, like there's 11 squads in the game on one team, and then all the squad leaders can talk to each other, and then there's one guy who's commander who can talk to all the squad leaders. So essentially commander tells you what to do, can drop stuff like tanks off at a point if you need it.
That sounds like those games that are like 4-hour campaigns, first person
There,
4-hour
yeah,
campaign
when you
games.
start the map off, the timer is at 2.5 hours now.
There we go.
Most of the time you ain't taking 2.5 hours for a game, because a lot of times there's a skill difference, so it can turn into a steamroll really fucking quick, where you're just
Yeah.
blowing through
I've been in those situations.
yeah, that's why they do. You can build your own bases in that game too on the map using building supplies, and like make these huge giant
Oh,
fortresses and bunkers.
that sounds
It's
cool,
really fun.
but it sounds like a pain in the ass.
That's
I
what we were
envision
getting into. Like, how technical is the game? It's like, do you play Fortnite on build mode or no build mode? You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
but that's like first person shooter with building involved.
yeah,
Couldn't do that,
dude.
man.
And there's clans. There's
No.
clans on there that like will exclusively build like fortresses, or like will fly helicopters. And these guys, dude, the helicopter pilots they're fun. They're like, you'll jump in it and he'll start hot micing and like playing, like Fortunate Son or something. Like you're flying to Vietnam, or like sometimes you'll hop in a helicopter and the pilot's just like hot micing Gucci Man. You're just like,
Come on,
right
who
on,
hasn't
yeah,
done that? You got that Apache and COD. You're like, oh, hold on, here's my turn.
yeah.
Zoom, boom, boom,
And then,
brrrt.
because it's a video game, they really test their limits. So these motherfuckers be like doing barrel rolls into fucking like battle zones. They're getting shot at, and
Mhm.
this dude is like flipping his helicopter and all this stupid shit. It's fucking fun. It's really funny too, to be sitting in those helicopters. It's a good game. I'm telling you, it's a fucking good game. You need to get a computer, dude. You really do. Like a
A
good
proper gaming
computer.
computer.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I
it's
imagine
only
these
on
things
PC.
require a good computer to play. I'm sure there's like tier games that just operate
My
much
computer
better.
nowadays is pretty mid tier, and it plays it
Hmm.
well. But yeah, I get like 55 to 60 FPS. I
Mm-mm.
would want like a 80. Like I get 80 in some, but just like there's maps that have thousands of trees on them that you have to like, if you want to be effective, you turn your view distance all the way up, and
I've
it's a
heard some
lot to
people will
load.
they'll turn the res down so it doesn't generate the full image. So
Mm,
you'll just get the character.
yeah, and it's easier to differentiate if your resolution is lower, because movement is more noticeable because there's less pixels and it's just blocks at a certain point.
Yeah, I
You
always
know?
wondered that. Sometimes I'll see players and they're playing with like what seems to be like the lowest frame rate. Not the frame rate, just like poor graphics.
Yeah.
Like almost like just basic geometrical shapes. And I'm like, I don't get it. I can tell that it's a beautiful image. It's like a 4K screen and good
it,
computer, but
it's
damn.
a total sweaty move. It's like back in the day, it comes from like Counter Strike. You would like do the lowest resolution, you would turn your brightness all the way up, and then turn all your graphics to the lowest setting possible, so you get the best FPS, and things just look worse. So it's easier to identify them because it's not it doesn't look good enough to like really trick your eye into like, because you get your brightness up, there's no shadows, for instance, or dark spaces. And when you have low resolution, everything's so grainy and like pixelated that it's easier to
Yeah,
see
no, for
something,
sure. I've seen people will do that like if they're sniping because then it won't render at like the wall won't render. So they can just
Mm,
see the character through the wall
yeah,
and boom, wall bang.
yeah, I play with my brightness on full usually because I can't see shit already. But I
I
like good
try to make it
graphics.
I'm not trying to be like that, man. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm trying to have a good time,
right.
relax, do a couple rounds, and then go to sleep.
Yeah, I play medic on squad anyway, so I just run out and grab people and revive
Medic.
them. You can
No
drag
way,
people
really?
too in that game. That shit
That
is
sounds
so fucking
pretty
fun. I
badass.
can
Be
run
the guy
out,
that just bails everyone out.
dude.
Hell yeah, I would do that.
I'm popping smokes, throw hella smokes, run out there, start grabbing dudes and dragging them back and medding them. It's fun. It's a good time.
Aaron, Aaron. Private servers. Yeah. Full role play mode.
Oh
Ah,
yeah,
that's.
you got to role play as medic. You got to do it. It keeps morale high.
I like that.
I
I
got you.
always.
I'm coming. I got you.
I like the backup role.
Yeah,
I always feel I
I
do
play
that.
support. I'm a support character.
Yeah. Same thing. So, are you guys doing anything for Thanksgiving? Not you and Kishi, like
At my
the
restaurant.
restaurant.
No,
Yeah.
we're closed.
Closed? That's
Hmm.
nice. Is this your do you typically work Thanksgiving? Did you have it off last year? I feel now it's like 50-50. It's like
I
Thanksgiving isn't
I
an
can't
automatic
remember. I think I
work
worked.
holiday.
I think I might have
Yeah?
worked. Yeah, but I was working at more of a bar back then, and Thanksgiving is like it's uh it's notorious for having a lot of people show up at the bar, and then also the Wednesday before. I think they call it like Blackout Wednesday.
I can see that.
Because all the
Everyone's like,
college kids come back and all that
yeah,
stuff. But then there's like the sad people who don't have family, or like people who don't want to go hang out with their family.
the people that are fortunate enough to go get
Sure.
wasted. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, yeah. I think Thanksgiving has the highest rate of DUI drivers out of all the holidays, if I remember correctly.
I believe that. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Thanksgiving is like the most triggering family holiday
Yeah.
out of all of them.
Let alone if you're Native American. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited about Thursday. Don't get too excited about the food.
Did you hear
It's
Black Friday
like
is
I don't
canceled this year?
really.
I guess
We're
so.
not.
I've never really been on the hype train for it, but I heard it's out the door.
I can see that. I stopped going to the stores. I want to say like 2018, 2019. I just remember I couldn't go because I would show
It's
up for like the 80% off whatever the fuck. I would do that. I'm cool with it.
the deals
You
are
know,
good, and I don't get
the
you.
deals are great, and at least I mean in the North Bay, I feel from my experience, it's not like super crazy violent. Area. It's rowdy. There's pushy, but we're
Yeah.
not trampling people. We're
Mm-mm.
not like shoving the security
Nobody's
guard.
died on a Black
No
Friday
one's
in
no
Sonoma
one's
County. I don't
died,
think.
but it is fun if you like the crowds or stuff like that.
I
I'm a
hate
sucker for
them.
like
I fucking
I'm
hate them,
I'm
dude.
a sucker for like Union Square, San Francisco in the holidays.
Dude, I
Yeah,
love
I'm there.
Costco. I
Yeah,
hate going to Costco. It's fucking horrible. It's always
you
Black
gotta go,
Friday at Costco, and that's
you gotta
fucking
go there
terrible.
like weekday mornings, like
Huh?
on a
Show
Monday
up in the
morning,
AM,
Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's just like the seniors and the moms.
get your gas, and then do a little shopping.
It's nice and empty. It's very quiet and calm. No kids out. It's really nice. You definitely get a different experience.
I think I saw
But
a
no,
meme. I saw a meme recently that was like, "Why is it every time I'm at the grocery store, I feel like everybody's my enemy?" And that like is super true, dude. It's like a fucking free for all. Everybody's out
it's
to
it was
get
a free for
yours,
all in
get
fucking
out, dude.
2020, man. Get your fucking toilet paper and get the fuck out.
That's why I don't do Black Friday because I can't. I'm not gonna go to jail over a fucking TV. you know?
No, and you know what? Amazon. You can do all that. Amazon from your bed.
Cyber Monday now, right?
Yeah.
That's the jug. That's the
Well, not
real
even. I
deal.
mean, like on my phone, just before we started recording, I was looking at early Amazon Prime deals, early Walmart deals. Black
Yeah.
Friday's already started if you buy online,
Yeah,
you
Black
know?
Friday started in January if you got Amazon app on your phone.
Yeah, if you got the Amazon app, please. There's like a specific tab that's like Black Friday deals year round.
Amazon's crazy too. You order something and it's like it'll be at your house by 10 tonight and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Sometimes, yeah, it is. Well, like I want to know that business model, dude. That is
Huh?
amazing. That happened to me. That happened to me with my first pair of Crocs. It
Yeah.
was like next day delivery. I was so pumped because next day
Well,
I just got
I've
Amazon
had
Prime.
same day
Later
delivery.
that evening, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Damn,
That's
Amazon doesn't play.
no, dude. It's all fucking crackheads over there. running that shit, I guess. Or like,
I hear they pay.
we up,
Yeah, they pay pretty
we're
well.
up, we're going. I'm moving.
No, 100%. Um,
I just want.
yeah,
I wanted to tell you. I was talking to somebody today who lived in Colorado for a little bit. I think he said by Boulder City. I can't remember exactly, but I was like, "Oh, have you ever been to Pueblo?" And he's like, "Yeah, that place is a fucking shithole."
it
and,
sure is.
and I started
It sure
laughing.
is.
I started
It
cracking up.
sure is. Did
I
you get
was,
the crime
yeah,
index
that's what I told him. I
number?
was like, he sent me his crime index number. I was like, it was 1 to 100, 100 being the best, lowest crime neighborhood, and this motherfucker was a 1. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
No, dude, the kid is just it's
Even
yeah.
Oakland's like a 13, you know.
Even Oakland gets like a 13. Yeah, exactly.
That shit
No,
cracked
man,
me up.
Pueblo is fucking
I
Pueblo.
think he said he was like, "Isn't that place just like all dirt?" Fucking
I
losing
was
it,
literally
dude.
complaining on Thursday about the dirt.
He was
Legit,
he was
like
like,
that is a thing.
he was like, it's all dirt, even the houses and shit.
No, dude, it's true. It's the dirt here is just so loose. So with the
Yeah.
breeze, you get dust storm like in
Well,
down the street.
my parents live in New Mexico, and it's
Hmm.
pretty dusty there too. And they actually live in an old adobe house, so we were knocking the walls out to expand the bathroom, and when we hit through the plaster, all this sand started coming out of the fucking wall. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on? And that's how I found out how adobe houses are made, where you just pack
Did you live
sand
in New
together.
Mexico?
I lived there for 3 months. Yeah.
Did you live in Albuquerque?
I lived in Los Lunas, which is like 45 minutes from Albuquerque. And I went to Albuquerque a few times, and like,
So, like in Colorado, the three main cities, truthfully, is like you have your Denver area and its suburbs, Colorado Springs and its suburbs, and
mm.
Pueblo. Literally everything else, it's like small, fucking like one block town type of shit.
What is the capital? Is it Colorado
It's, I
Springs?
think, no, I think it's Boulder, and that's a suburb of Denver.
And that's oh, so Boulder's not even like a city, huh? Because I thought it was called
It
Boulder City. So in my mind, what I'm thinking, it's like the biggest city
think Los
akin to.
Angeles.
I'm thinking like, oh sure, or like
It's like
even
it's more like Los Angeles where there's Los Angeles, you know, when you
right,
think of like downtown and all
yeah,
that, that'd be Denver, right? So
hmm
then you have the rest of it, the suburbs, you know, like LBC, Compton, cities like that, they're suburbs of Los Angeles.
right. Much in the same way that like Elk Grove or Neotomus is a suburb
There you go.
of
There you go.
Sacramento. Yeah.
So my question to you is in New Mexico, what are like I've been through Arizona and New Mexico and we went through Highway 66 to get to Texas. So
hmm
that's my only like experience and it just seems like
Yeah.
empty
No, you
states
nailed
with
it. You
essentially
got it.
dying towns.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. But the thing about
Okay.
New Mexico, it's which is also the reason that my parents want to leave. It cracks me up. Is it's kind of like experiencing a new tech boom, like much in the same way that Silicon Valley is today.
Oh, okay.
It's like Elon Musk is setting up headquarters there. Fucking Google is making a new fucking facility. Amazon has like hell of their production plants or whatever. However they work, excuse me. However they work their shit. Hella factories there, warehouses rather. Um, And then like a few other, I think Apple's out there.
New Mexico, no way.
But yeah, so like because it's all flat, open dirt, except for like a
Yeah.
few hills here and there, you know. But for the most part, it's like wide open spaces and it's untouched. And the infrastructure is not bad. Like they, for whatever reason, New Mexico as a state takes really good care of their roads and their highways and stuff like that. So it's like everything's really set up to just be like a production or transportation hub for these big tech companies. So they're moving out there, and my parents do not like that. They're so old and old school. They're like, hell nah, Elon Musk come out here. I gotta move to South Dakota. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
Is it
Whatever,
just
you know?
because of who they are? They feel like, oh, there goes the neighborhood, or is it because? Well, yeah. I mean, prices are probably gonna start going up.
Honest answer, they, with more technological jobs and stuff like that, they are scared that more liberals are gonna move out there.
That's a fair. I mean, it,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if yeah, if I started seeing people
They
whom I
lose.
don't like share my views with started to move, I'm like, God damn it,
That's why
dude,
they
they're
moved from
moving in.
California to New Mexico.
We can't escape these people. That they
They're
need to move to like
fucking
Wyoming.
following us.
They need to go to Wyoming. I think Wyoming is like that final western frontier.
Just move to where all the dinosaurs died.
Yeah, close to Canada is the most American you'll ever see.
Nowadays,
More so
right?
than the South. Yeah, yeah.
I
Because even
full disclosure, I love the shit out of these people. We don't share political views, but they're good, you know. But
no,
I'm like, just go on, get out of here then.
do whatever you need to, man.
Move to the most backwater state. That way, when I buy a fucking plane ticket to visit you, it's like the cheapest thing of the whole trip.
And $20 on Spirit Airline.
Yeah. They just
from
crash.
the fucking Andrew Schultz
Fucking
Airport.
a dude's up there. He just kicks you out of the plane with a parachute and shit.
There you go. Just go straight to Petaluma Airport. It's a 4-hour flight. We're gonna go up to the stratosphere. We're gonna drop you, and you're gonna dive down 2 states, and then you're gonna land in Wyoming.
Here's
The cheapest way.
Here's your spacesuit made by whoever made that submarine.
Brought to you by Red Bull.
Oh, they did do that actually.
Exactly.
That's pretty trustworthy.
So they'll just do that. There you go, man. You just
fucking
go
Red
up.
Bull, dude. They're like, we can't actually give people wings, but we can fly you up to the top of the atmosphere and kick you out of the jet.
That's some of the best advertisement ever.
It really was. Yeah. But it's all fake because flat Earth and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that it was flat from that high up because you could see the disc of the Earth. You already knew it was flat.
They were like, "Was it flat?" And he's like, "I don't know. I blacked out. I was so fucking scared. I fucking shit my pants and blacked out. I fell asleep."
I saw that wall of ice and I felt overwhelmed by the flatness of it all.
They said, "I have a stunt for you," and I signed the contract before I read the word spacesuit. And when they brought it out, I was like, "What the fuck is that?" If you panic, just pray. Huh?
That's what that's a big thing here in the hospitals. Like all the doctors ask No, doctors will casually ask you if you're Christian. I've picked up on it. Nurses and dude.
Where does it hurt exactly? And did you, before you came, did you talk to Jesus about this? Well, it's like on the.
Well, after I came, I felt guilty.
What is your pain level? And also, when's the last time you went to confession? These are.
Can you show me
very
Jesus with the
questions.
thumbs up? Is no pain. Jesus crucified is 10 out of 10 pain. Can you just tell us on what?
It's a scale. It's like no pain to Jesus crucified.
Yeah. Are you Jesus at supper or Jesus during the crucifixion?
Stop, dude.
My brother.
Stop. I'm turning red. Oh my god. That's so fucking funny. So what'd you answer?
So first they asked, like, so
Were
are
you
you?
like
No, I kind of just went with it, and now that I'm like realizing it, I'm thinking I'm gonna have just a little fun with it. You
or
know,
if you
it's
want
like I
good
try to
health
pray.
care, you're like, I'm Christian for the day.
I try to
I'm
pray it
pulling up.
away.
I'm pulling up.
Yeah, you got nurses asking, "He's like, would you like, would you like a prayer before the doctor
You
comes
pull
in?"
in,
You're like,
you
"No."
pull up and you get out of the car and you tuck your shirt in. You're like, walk in, put your loafers on. You're like, howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Oh, dude, I think I'm gonna crack up. That's so fucking funny.
Poor Aaron. It's a
So
God-fearing part of the country here. That's just Jesus is. It's holistic. Okay, here they talk
holistic
about like
Jesus. I only fuck with holistic Jesus.
he has that hemp shirt with the hoodie on.
I met that guy. I think I've met holistic Jesus before.
We've all met holistic
He
Jesus.
was at, he was at every single Cali Roots concert or festival that I went to. There's a bunch
Every
of them.
Earth festival.
There was a bunch of them.
What was there was Reggae by the River. What was the other one?
um,
I forgot.
Reggae on the River. It stopped and it became another thing, but then Cali Roots is the other big one, and then Dry Diggings is like a new big one. Oh, and then what's what's the one where they all go to the desert and get trench foot? Uh, Burning Man.
Burning Man.
That's that one.
It's like that here, but with Jesus.
Oh man,
Like
holistic.
when you're driving to Colorado Springs, you see that big fucking cross. You know, sometimes you see these ads with like these really cute babies, and it's like, you wouldn't kill me, would you?
I'm like, you don't know me.
You don't know the fucking kind of person I am.
Are you in my way during an earthquake? Just kidding.
You haven't seen me when I'm stressed out on fucking Fry backed up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll fucking throw a baby in there in the basket. I won't even question it.
It's worse than having rabies. Honestly, it's fucked up.
I think I'd rather have rabies than deal with a child, a baby. Yeah.
Let alone a baby with rabies.
I was looking at good news.
Good news, everyone.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that.
You can now have Plan B delivered straight to your house.
Funny thing about that. My chef, he does DoorDash on the side. And he showed me a picture of a DoorDash he dropped off recently, and it was a pack of condoms, Plan B, a bunch of those new Monster alcoholic drinks, White
Yeah.
Claws, and then like a straight up vibrator that you can buy at Walmart. And that's what he delivered. And he's like, the worst
Isn't
part,
that like a great time? And
That's
you're being
what-
responsible about it.
he was like, the worst part was that because of the alcohol, you have to have a face to face with the person and verify their ID. So you have to like give them their party bag. He's like,
Party bag?
he's like, it was.
You mean their date night bag? That's
Yeah.
a date night bag.
Yeah, sure. I hope that was a date night bag, not a gang,
Who answered?
not a gang
Male
bang
or female?
Bag. It was a woman. Yeah. It was an incredibly awkward experience for him, but I get to see the pictures and it was hilarious to me. So it's been my pleasure. I guess.
Was he chill about it? Was she
He
awkward
was-
about it, or was he awkward about
He
it?
said there was no words really that were spoken. It was just like
I need to check your ID for the vibrate. I mean, the alcohol you got.
if me personally, something like that, I would pull up just with a trench coat and be like, here's your goods. You know,
Man,
you
that's
gotta look
rough.
sketchy. You gotta look sketchy delivered something like
And
that.
it's for DoorDash. Can you imagine if like someone like were to like walk were to stand behind your chef in line during that engagement while he's buying that stuff. It's like, bro, it's for DoorDash. It's for DoorDash. You know what? That actually happened. It's really embarrassing. So one time, like, I remember in high school, right? And like we had just gotten out of high school.
And
And
you were buying them dildos and Plan B.
no, literally, my friend asks me, he's like, "Hey, bro, can you just go buy me some porn? Here's $15." I'm like, "Sure, no problem. I'll help me out." So I'm going.
Way to date yourself. Go buy the porn.
And so I tell
on the internet for free.
So I just tell. And so listen, at this time, it was not on the internet readily available. Okay,
like, it was at the video store behind the beads and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, they had manila folders covering, so you had to actually move it, look, and see. So I got what I thought. I remember one being called Taco Bell, like Taco and Bell, Belle.
Oh. This was the 90s and early 2000s, people.
And I have
Taco Bell.
And I have absolutely no self-awareness. Like, again, in my head, I'm just helping out a friend. I'm just buying the porn. I'm just waiting there in line for my turn. I got a Coke. I'm just chilling there. And then all of a sudden, a group of girls I went to high school with standing behind me.
Oh,
and
nice.
they're like, "Hey, oh, sweet." It was just like you'd think. They were so happy to see me. First time, how's life after high school? And they're like, and then they look at my hands. Taco Bell.
You got your fucking nudie bag.
I got my Taco Bell. And they're like, "Oh, buying some porn?" And I'm like, "No, it's for my friend."
It's for a friend.
And my
Classic
friend line. And my friend who was standing in front of the store had gone across the parking lot.
Like,
so now
he ran. He was like,
I'm like, my friend he was right there just a few minutes ago. But anyway, it's not for me. It's for my friend.
Is your friend in the room right now?
I don't think they believe me, but
probably not. And you know what? They probably remembered that for about 10 years after that.
Yeah, probably.
Plot twist. That's why you moved to Colorado. It just followed you.
It was just a shame of buying porn. So after that, I just thought, like, if I'm going to be doing that, I should go to a proper adult store.
Yeah. You're like,
then if someone else sees you.
After that, I bought my friend's internet for like 12 years because I was never going to go through that again.
After that, I just never left my house. And that was the last time. I'm like, you know what? I'm never buying porn for anyone again, which I don't know why I made that such a big thing in my head. Because it's like, who casually is asking other people to go buy me porn?
I think the idea of like like a store that only sells like adult products is so funny because it's like they're like the rush is coming up and it's like 12 o'clock at night. They're like, what? It's coming up. They're about to be here. Then like fucking 80 people walk in and out that door from
especially if you have an arcade
to 2 a.m. Especially if you have a movie theater in there.
I've never seen one with a movie theater. I've only seen the ones with arcades. The one on Santa Rosa Avenue, that one has the arcade booths. I don't know if they still do.
That place is not there anymore. It's
no way.
Yeah. The adult bookstore got closed down and like it got closed down when I was in high school. Because I remember.
No. It had been there for a while, and then they try to beautify it by putting these like butterflies and shit to make it more beautiful.
They banned. Excuse me. They banned pornography or whatever being sold, but then they had opened up like the sex shop there or whatever, so you could like go buy. Whatever, gimp suits, fucking whips, chains.
Oh, so what you're
like
saying? It's not a porn store anymore. No. It's now like a adult boutique at your lubes, your clothing, little things.
Back then, I don't know what's there anymore. I personally have never been there. I did go to one in Roanoke Park one time. And
That's a great one, and I recommend it. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. That is a fantastic one. I make sure I go there just once a year.
yeah,
It's fantastic.
stop by and say
Good
hi.
for your relationship.
Yeah,
And they're very nice and non-judgy, especially when
Yeah.
you ask really weird questions because you don't know. Yeah,
yeah. I'm just trying
Totally not.
just trying to figure this shit out.
Just
All right?
trying to figure it out.
Just- I have
I know this
a lot of
line of question
questions.
is weird.
Public education failed me. All right,
Public
Just-
education. No, the best time to go to that store was when for my questions was when I was able to at least hide my face with a mask, because then I didn't have to worry about seeing them at Food Max.
the uptick in those type of stores when you had to wear a mask to come in. I bet it was way up.
It just went boom all of a sudden. Like, we've never seen business like that. We are COVID proof.
we need COVID to come back. We're losing money.
Oh no, for sure, that's a thing.
I'm
When it was encouraged to wear a mask,
Yeah. Then you could show up at your liquor store 4 or 5 times a day and not feel weird at all.
no, just wear different Oh man, it was fantastic. People that knew me would be standing right next to me. They'd never know. They never knew it was me.
They knew it was you. What are you doing?
I got a Posca marker. Sorry. So I know. It seems really weird. I just couldn't help it. I've been looking at it the whole time. I'm like, fuck, I want to fidget. I just need to give it a quick one.
Is that a paint pen?
Yeah.
Nice.
These are the paint pens. You push them, they run paint.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Really, I love them.
Paint pens are
I
fun.
got a bunch of them.
You know, it's really fun. You break them open. And, never mind.
And smell them.
You need a paper bag, though. It has to be paper, not plastic. You don't want to infuse the plastic. Paint fumes, that would be dangerous.
So my daughter's like 8, and she's going through this like I love Jesus phase.
Oh,
like that's her thing. Well, I don't know if it's a phase, right? So we went to the park.
I love Jesus. It's not a phase, Mom.
It's a lifestyle.
I love Jesus.
And so we went to the park on Sunday, and at the park they were doing this they do this in Santa Rosa too, where like a church will host an event where it's like free clothing giveaway, free food, free haircuts, free all that kind of shit. So we went there, we played.
You just have to listen.
And all you got to do is listen to people talking to PA. And she was feeling it. She's like, you know what? I like this girl, Dad, because she's talking about Jesus, and everything she's saying about Jesus is true because I know what I know about Jesus, and I know that she's saying truth. Although, Dad, I don't think he blessed her with a good voice because I just don't think she's a good singer. So I think Jesus did everything for her. She's like,
praise Jesus.
I swear to God, dude.
Praise Jesus. He works in mysterious ways.
Like, Jesus helped her say the right words, but he didn't help her with the voice.
Not the roast.
She wasn't
dude.
even trying to be mean. Yeah.
She gets up to get to communion. She's like, you should just write the speeches and
Can
let
you just
someone
talk it?
else fucking say it.
Because she was really trying to sing. You could tell this woman was like,
oh, she was singing.
This is.
Yeah.
She's the singer in church.
No, dude. I'll tell you what. I went through a little church phase when I was younger, and we had good singers at my church. That shit rope you in quick as fuck. I'll be up in the pews going hallelujah if there's a good singer because
was that a band or a choir?
Both, motherfucker. But they was the same people. But they would like do the choir and sing, and then they would switch. Like if the church song could be made alternative at all, they were hopping on that guitar and fucking singing that shit. It's like a POD concert up in that motherfucker. Like satellite.
Do you think that churches should embrace remixing pop songs into Christian songs? Do you think that would get more people into church?
Sure. I'm not religious at all, anymore. So I'm like, do whatever you want to do. I'm out of that game. Fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me quite well. The thing is, you can't fool me again.
Yeah.
You already fooled me once.
Yeah. You fool me once. You fool me once,
You
can't fool me again.
You can't fool me again. There's a saying we have in Texas. Fool me once.
Probably here in Tennessee as well.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
You know what's fucking funny about? I was just telling Keisha earlier, George Bush. Remember how mad we were at him, and he's like a shining beacon of hope compared to the other guy.
You know, I saw a video of him earlier, and yeah, you're right. I see him now. I'm like, oh, back in the old days. You know, the old-fashioned Republican.
Do you know what he does? It was probably a PR's twist, but it got me. Apparently, he spends a lot of time painting pictures of vets that he sent to Iraq. As it's coming out of my mouth, I'm like, this is not good. I don't know. But apparently
George Bush is making paintings of veterans.
He said that he paints pictures of veterans that died in Iraq. Their military photos because he feels guilty or responsible. Obviously, I mean he was sure, but he feels upset about it. And it's totally a PR spin, but like I was like, this is a good PR spin because that hurt. I was like, that's kind of sad.
You were feeling it,
but you
were like,
I think it helps.
Look over to Kishi. We were a little too hard on him.
I think it helps that he's so stupid that he's like
it really does.
Dude, he's like
he has
a
that
lost,
boyish
he's
innocence.
like a lost dog. You're like, oh, I want to help him a little bit. You know?
I was just doing what Mr. Cheney said. He said that
my dad told me to do it. Okay.
My daddy said I could be president if I really wanted to.
And you're trying to tell me this guy was an Air Force pilot?
My daddy says I can hold my liquor. I can drive just fine. My daddy says I can hold my coke.
Yeah. I'm drunk, Laura. You should drive.
That must be obnoxious to have like rich kid like George Bush or just people like that, and then constantly like, oh, daddy, some group of people are trying to be friends with me, and I said that maybe we could all hang out. And you're like, shut the fuck up. Why are you talking to these people? Stop talking to these people, Fredo. They're not our friends.
Fredo. But it was like a running joke at the time with that Brock Turner shit, how he got off. It was like future president right there. Fuck, dude.
That's a future president right there. That's a man that's not afraid to take a stand against pedophilia. Those were Epstein agents sent in to a peaceful protest to stir up. Oh, wait. I'm talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. No, wrong person. We're talking about.
I mean, you were like on the right track. There is a sexual assault with his thing, but he's the kid that raped that girl behind the dumpster and got off.
Yeah, that's right. The frat boy.
Yeah.
He looks like every single frat boy I've ever seen. I could not pick out Brock Turner out of a lineup.
He looks like
I don't know how they did it.
He looks like the picture boy for fetal alcohol syndrome.
He looks like he had one too many fucking gummies in his eyes.
Don't associate gummies with this scumbag. I like gummies. Fuck that guy. Fuck him.
His life has been made difficult, according to his dad, for a few minutes of action. We should look past that.
Yeah. I had to rename my son. He was getting too much flack.
He's kidding. I'm surprised Brock didn't do that. Come on, man. With a name like Brock, You could still have you could be, what's a good, strong American man name? Bryce. He could be a Bryce.
A Clyde.
A Clyde. A Bruce.
Bruce?
Sure. I mean,
No, you gotta leave Bruce out of this. You gotta leave my man's Bruce out of this.
Taser.
Allow me the pleasure of introducing you to Blade, Laser, Blazer.
A good, strong Taser, tear gas, Clydesdale.
Taser Turner.
Taser, tear gas.
Taser Turner.
It sounds like a wrestling name. He's like, exactly. That's what I was going for. Snake eyes.
The lightning man behind the dumpster.
No, reverse that.
he couldn't run away. They literally caught him.
We're making too much fun now. We got to go back. We're gonna get.
You got to take a step out. First of all, SA is not okay. I do not condone that. Listen, guys, if she says no, or even if she does not give you a clear yes, keep it moving. I think that's fair advice, Aaron. If you don't get a definite yes, just keep it moving. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal.
Plenty.
It's fine.
Plenty of fish in the sea.
Plenty of ladies out there in the sea, especially if you go to a school like Chico.
And if you ain't hitting, then maybe you need to brush your teeth.
Maybe there's a problem with you. There's a problem with your personality. There's a problem with your body odor, with your appearance.
Maybe
you clearly don't give a shit.
You should read a
so
book.
Why would you expect anyone to give a shit about you if you don't even give a shit about you?
Yeah, fair. That's fair. Hygiene is important.
You're
gonna throw that out there.
How down was Brock? He didn't have enough personality. He had to wait for someone that couldn't even react to his shitty jokes.
You know why the internet is undefeated? Is you see all these jokes about gross men, like, I just found out my boyfriend never washes his feet, or like he just lets he only washes his hair and he lets the soap clean the rest of his body. I'm like reading this stuff, and there's so many stories of it that it just blows my fucking mind. I'm like, how can you not wash your balls?
How have you been missing the signs?
Nobody else is.
They've been right in front of you.
Nobody. It's on the toilet seat when you get up. That black line. Your dirty ass crack. Just wash your butt. PSA to the men out there: wash your butt.
Yeah, use a loofah, man.
Or washcloth.
Get your armpits.
Yeah, just rubbing a bar of soap on your body doesn't.
Let me tell you something. A dollop of liquid soap goes a long way.
I use
a good loofah.
I use Dawn in the shower. If you can clean a greasy duck, you can clean a greasy duck.
Same. Yeah, greasy ass. Yeah. I mean, your crotch is right there at level with the fryer, man. Don't think that. Like,
I don't use Dawn in the shower. Irish Springs, boys. Irish Springs.
I remember Irish Spring cutting right into it. Oh, look at that, McCready. It's the real Irish Spring.
Don't you miss those days of just half-baked fucking commercials?
It's because the internet, everything's niched out.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have a lot of intersecting things unless you're into things like Netflix or Hulu.
Oh, shit. Everybody, he's going to explode.
I got the hiccups.
I give him 10 seconds. He's literally gonna burst.
No, I'm good. I had Chinese food earlier for dinner. I realized my favorite thing is the water chestnuts.
Ooh.
Oh, the little slice, that crunch.
Snow peas for me. I like the snow peas.
Mm-hmm. Got that kung pao chicken. Got the teriyaki chicken. Their pot sticker sucked. I'm like 99% sure that shit was frozen. Like I'm certain that thing was frozen straight into the fryer.
But you don't think the rest of it was?
Probably. You know what was my only thought eating it? So like we ordered it, it came, it got delivered. It's from this. So when you go down the building, it doesn't look like a Chinese restaurant. Like the windows are white. It literally is just a sign with that that typical
Sorry.
that Asian style font.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all it is. It just says Chinese kitchen, blah blah blah.
That's hey, you know the
And we ordered it from there. But my question is, I've never seen an Asian in Pueblo. Where's the Asian population in Pueblo?
they're at that Chinese restaurant working.
Look. If I'm wrong, if Asians cook my food,
if you're Wong,
if you're incorrect, if I'm incorrect, if I'm being ignorant, if I'm being poorly educated, I'd like to know.
I mean, Pueblo is apparently all dirt, so I don't know why anybody would move there.
I opened it, and my wife was like, "That smelled weird to you?" And I smelled it. I was like, "Yeah, it smelled weird. It smelled like feet." I mean, I still ate it because I'm hungry. I'm not picky like that.
Well,
I cook
in another
nice
day or
food,
two,
but
we'll know if it was
100%. Yeah, we'll know. So, okay, day one.
We'll have a follow-up episode. It'll just be you on the toilet, like, yep. So
as speaking of follow-up, let me follow up with you with what happened to me yesterday. So, I found this old gummy that had been gifted to me like a month ago. It was my information. I was told that it was like 1,000 gram, right? So I remember when I got it,
milligrams.
I don't know what it was.
Milligrams, right?
Yeah, milligrams. It was just a heavy dose. And I never understood, why would someone make a little gummy so intense?
Because fuck you.
Maybe I'm exaggerating with 1,000. And so I remember that there were like 3 little cubes, and the first 2 little cubes, think like Starburst, right? They're shaped as Starburst.
Right. Yeah.
I would cut them in fourths. So that's like 4 days. I could have one. I'd have this beautiful high. I completely forgot about it. I see half of it. I'm like, oh, right on. And then my wife reminds me right as I'm chewing it, like, hey, half of that is still like hundreds of milligrams. I'm like, oh, fuck. I take it out. It's too late. I've already chewed through most of it. So I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm just... Anyway, I think this was like about 10 a.m. when I told you. I was like pretty scared. I was kind of nervous.
Have you ever seen Get Out? The sunken place? I experienced that.
I think at around 3, my eyes just burnt and I couldn't keep my eyes open. It just like, it had gotten me. And the only time I'd ever felt like that was when my wife got me an entire birthday cake. It was a weed cake. And that was my first introduction to edibles. So I just did like,
yeah.
For me,
you're like, it's my
like,
birthday.
Get a slice.
I'm eating the whole cake, right?
Yeah, I got like a super thin cake. What I didn't understand is like, well, from that thin slice, you should probably cut it in half. I didn't understand the whole, like, start with a little bit. No, I had the whole thing. I was like, half of my body was laying off of the bed. I'm like, I was trying to do chores to be like, I can do this. I'm fine. I'm just really hot. I couldn't fucking function.
One time I think it was my birthday. I had these edibles, and me and Kishi, I had rubbing my head raw, I think. Me and Kishi, we went out to go get food, and then we were supposed to play pool afterwards. And I ate 150 milligrams of these edibles before I left. And we had the food. Everything felt fine. I get up. We go to leave. And when I stood up, I got so fucking high. Everything like kicked in all at once. We were on the way to the bar, and I was like, we need to go home. She was like, huh? And I was like,
huh?
We have to go home. I don't think I can go to the bar. Like, I do not feel good, comfortable at all. We go home, and I fucking get there. I took all my clothes off except for my boxers and sat on the couch, and I was like, put on Jurassic Park.
What?
So we watched Jurassic Park. Like 30 minutes into the movie, I was like, I feel so much better. So no, it's like an inside joke. If I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'm like Jurassic Park. She's like Jurassic Park. Let's get the fuck out of
God.
here.
You
Yeah.
didn't pass out from that?
No. But
Oh, bro, I can't.
I was like, I can't wear my clothes anymore. It's too much, apparently.
That is crazy. No.
Yeah. Edibles fuck me up, dude. I could sit here and smoke bong rip after bong rip, and I'll just go sit on my chair and fall asleep. Edibles get me to a place that is so uncomfortable. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole nother level of high.
Yeah, I never really know what I'm gonna get. Like, I'll enjoy it, but it's like I have to make at least a stop into some uncomfortable zone. It just is.
There's
You know, I've had.
If I eat an edible, there's always going to be a moment of panic, no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Once you get over that hump, then you're just like, "Fuck, I am."
This, no problem. I smoke this whole bag. I'll feel fine. Probably not.
Yeah,
but...
for sure. Did you hear Snoop Dogg? He said he was gonna quit.
Dude, apparently
marijuana.
that's true too. Like it's like verified. He's like, I'm done with it.
I'm wondering how much like actual smoking though he does versus like I see you dragging it, but are you like really hitting it like that?
But like also, it's like his whole thing. It's what's kept him so relative.
Yeah, his whole personality has been that, but I mean, good for him.
He doesn't make music.
He probably
anymore,
needs a
really.
tolerance break. Yeah.
Yeah.
My homeboy.
That's what I'm saying. I guarantee you, he just doesn't even get high anymore. He's just smoking.
Yeah,
it.
there's no way. Like even like if I'm doing my oil pen, there's a point. It's just literally no point. You know, and it's why I believe you when it's like you could smoke that whole bag. Yeah, we could easily kill that whole bag because there is a cap where it's like it's just not doing it. You get the spins, the tingle, you know, however you're consuming it, but you're not going to
literally.
get higher than that.
That's why I say edibles are a different breed. But with smoking it, I'm a firm believer you can only get so high. Anything after that is just excess.
Have a whole bowl of yourself.
Yeah,
because whatever your cap is, you're gonna hit it. If you have a high tolerance, you know, you'll hit it. If you have a low tolerance, you'll really. That's really nice. I like the little poncho thing on it.
Don't look at
she should beat that up.
Dirty that. That would be cool if she beat it, but this was from a what was it? Cinco de Mayo party, I think. At a bar I worked at, I snagged it off a beer. They were just throwing them away. I was like, what can I do with 20 fucking ponchos? I guess I only need one.
One for your bong, one for your dick. Am I wrong?
No.
That sounds like a great time.
My little.
She's ever mad at you? You put that little guy on, and you're like, "Hey, look at this! Look at this guy!
A little sombrero."
Yep. Look at this guy.
Watch out for the banditos. Yep. the tapatillos are coming.
Oh, headshot.
You gotta cut that.
So Thanksgiving, what are you doing anything, or is that no?
No. I'm gonna go to my Uncle Jim's, I think, for a little bit. Last year we did a prime rib, no turkey, just prime rib and sides. Obviously.
Turkey properly rated, overrated, or underrated?
Turkey's good. It's just most people just don't. Cooking turkey is like everybody's thinks they have their own way, but most of them don't really work out. You know, I've only had maybe one or two really fucking good Thanksgiving turkeys in my life.
Were any of them deep fried?
No, but I had a deep fried turkey once. That was good, but it just was cooked a little too long. So it
it dried out a little bit.
Yeah, but it was good. The skin, I'm not a huge skin guy. I don't like skin on chicken or
Even
turkey.
if it's crispy.
But if it's crispy, if it's
Oh,
like the cracklings at work or back at work in the old days, then
yeah.
I'm there. I'm for it. But wet skin is
Chicken
just
crackling sounds good.
wet skin's a well. Actually, there is an exception to that rule. Duck skin is usually really good.
Really, duck skin?
Yeah, because
Why? Is it thicker, tastier, gamier?
well, it is gamier, but also a lot of times when you do like duck, you salt the fuck out of it and then
Mm-hmm.
confit it, so it's like melt in your mouth, when you get a good sear on it, it's good. And I'm a sucker for high salt. I mean, look at me. you know,
You look like a salt rock.
yeah, I am Meldon.
You're like Himalayan salt.
Pink salt. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, it is. It's just a little bit better usually, just due to the cooking process. A lot of
So
like,
just your uncles?
yeah, I think so. I don't have the car or anything, so splitting it wouldn't really work. I think also they're going to Ukiah. Are you guys going to Ukiah for Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Are you going to Ukiah for Thanksgiving?
no, we're staying in town.
Oh, well, maybe figure it out. It's my tech my tech person, the guy,
Your manager?
yeah, the woman off screen that handles all the financials.
The producer of the
Mhm.
show, I understand. We all need to have. We all have that. We all have our PR rep.
How about you?
I realized.
What are you cooking for?
You know what? I'm actually not cooking anything. My mother-in-law just asked us to bring a dessert, and so I think we're doing like a no bake. It's like a TikTok dessert. I saw it on TikTok, and then my wife looked over my shoulder. She's like, "Oh, that's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna bring to Thanksgiving."
You should make a side something tasty and fun. Something you want to like. For me, I always do potatoes au gratin because
You know what? I do have a sack of potatoes I need to get rid of. I might just
it's
do that, like a whole
and who doesn't like
potato bake.
cheesy potatoes, and then you get to make a bechamel and like really like
Yeah.
I go all in. I add a little white wine for the deglaze and
Have you
straight.
ever had patatas? Or like, I think it's called patatas. It's like a Spanish dish. It's with a chorizo bechamel. It's au gratin, but with bechamel.
Gotcha.
With it's au gratin potatoes with bechamel and chorizo. It is fucking goddamn. It was better than I thought. I just made it off a blind recipe. I didn't know.
We have a dish at work which is we called it patatas bravas. Um,
Yeah,
and,
that sounds right.
yeah, and but it wasn't that at all, which is funny because I was like, yeah,
Interesting.
patatas, but no, it was like they're steak fries that are like this thick. It's just a quarter or an eighth of a potato that we fry up after we blanch it. And, do the whole fry process. But then we served it with like a Aleppo tomato sauce, and then like an Italian salsa verde. Like kind of like a chimichurri.
Mm-hmm.
Not Italian, Spanish rather. And then what was the other one? Remoulade. But they're really good. I enjoy them.
I miss remoulade sandwiches. First place I ever worked at, that's where I learned how to make remoulade, and I never had a remoulade sandwich after that.
Yeah, that's like a traditional Cajun, or
yeah,
Cajun. I believe.
I think it's I know it's Louisiana
Cajun style sort of thing. We're doing an etouffee as well at the Shuckery with like the Holy Trinity, and then crawdads, shrimp, and crab meat in it, and like it's kind of like a gumbo ish.
Yeah.
And then there was something else. Oh, we're using black cod now. It's halibut, and I had never eaten black cod. I know we did the black cod, the smoked black cod pate, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I never ate it at all. I never tried it when we were working at the Bird.
I had it one time. It was, I mean, everything there is smoked.
So I think with black cod, when you make a pate and you smoke it, you're losing a lot of what I think makes black cod good is the succulence of the fish. It's like butter. It's like wagyu, fucking melt in your mouth, you know. And to just blend it up, it's like, why? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me to use a fish like that. You could do trout or something and achieve the same effect,
Right.
or just salmon or tuna or whatever the fuck you want.
Seven fishes.
As long as someone crashes a car through the front door,
I'm
there.
hoping for that.
There.
Oh, I'm gonna be the only family member there with that.
Fuck a crackhead on the roof throwing shingles. I want a car.
No, I want to see a car go right through it, and the driver be nonchalant about it.
Were you there when that poor lady crashed her motorcycle?
Oh, you know what? Not only was I there,
you showed me the picture of her leg.
Yeah, I know that person.
Ooh,
yeah,
dude.
I actually know.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was. I hope she's doing better. That was but that was the most grotesque fucking injury. After it, when you showed me that picture, the fluid, the sack of
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
That's fucking rough. Yeah. I remember
I think the takeaway from that is that motorcycles can be dangerous. She hadn't even been drinking. But it was her,
and I think that
it was her first day on the motorcycle, and she kind of hot throttled it out of her turn.
It's just if she's still riding, I think that is amazing.
I would be scared.
God damn.
But I mean, that's user error. It's not like you got hit by a car. That would make me go slower, a lot slower. I hope she's doing all right,
I'm not cool enough to do a bike. That shit freaks me out. Here in Colorado, man, they don't wear helmets. You see them in the freeway.
They didn't wear helmets in New Mexico either. That's scary.
That scares the shit. I mean, I guess if you're going a certain speed, you probably don't want to even survive it if you were to fall. But I mean, I'm holding on to every bit of life I can.
That's a good point.
Let me fight for my life, or no. I'm not gonna ride a bike. I'd just rather not. I'm happy in my four walls in a roof. I'm cool, man. I don't need to be cool, man. I saw Sons of Anarchy. It's cool, man. I get it. Yeah, I get it. It's cool.
I'm not quite Sons of Anarchy. I think I'll just stick to my Honda.
Stick to your Mayans.
My what?
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, Mayans,
the spin-off
Mayans,
show.
Yeah.
I'm happy in a car,
man.
man.
Stay in the mines. What?
Well, hey, let's wrap this up at an hour and 10 Thanksgiving episode. This is actually kind of cool, man. 25 episodes deep on After Service Podcast. Our first Thanksgiving episode.
That's what, four at best, 4 a month. So we're at half a year ish.
Yeah, 52. Episode 52. That's the year mark.
Yeah, so we're halfway.
I mean, we've more or less been recording it once a week. Yeah,
or trying to keep up. Shit happens, but
life happens, man. But it's been fun. It's been exciting. I hope everyone a good Thanksgiving. If you have to work, I mean, you got to work. You know what? Comparatively speaking, at least from my experience,
if you have to work, call out. Fuck them. Go be with your family. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, we should just have shirts that say "Call out."
After fucking call out.
No, I promise you, business will still go. Your boss might
Maybe
be mad,
I-
but I mean, if he fires you, you didn't have to be there. If your boss, if your chef is just that big of a badass when he shares his stories about, oh, I used to do 500 service covers and do everything, and he can handle one night. He can show all the other cooks just how top notch.
That is why he gets
It
paid.
won't be a problem.
He's a problem
Like,
solver.
yeah.
The man, he's.
I was told
he's him.
that once
He's him.
I was told that when you become into that managerial role, it is beyond. It's not just when you're there; it's when you're not there. So it's cool, man.
Live,
it's gonna,
breathe,
it's gonna
your
live the
company.
life that you set yourself up to. Yeah. Live and breathe your company.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are family. That should be your top priority. The place that pays your bills, your rent, provides all for you. Step up. I encourage all chefs to step up on Thanksgiving. I encourage all
line cooks,
dishes, line cooks, call out. Tell them Chef Josue and Chef Aaron said, you know what, I can take the day.
Make them work, man. Make them fucking work for it. You work for it every day.
Hey, you know what? That's that can be their way of showing appreciation.
Well, if you fuck a pizza
us.
party, I want Thanksgiving
fuck a
off.
pizza party. You know what, guys? Me, the chef, and the sous, we got this.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no problem. I mean, right? Your kitchen's tight. There shouldn't be a problem, right? You got all your prep done, right? I don't know, man. I've been told it can be done. I've also been told there isn't time for that. But
well, they want to be with their families too.
Hey, man, they picked their life when they became managers. Okay? They picked their life when they decided 2 a.m. You got to come in.
Well,
Anyway,